Hey Tech Fam, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And on today's video guys, I'm going to show you everything that Samsung's Good Lock app has to offer. Now this app is free to download and install on the Galaxy Store, and there's a ton of extensions and features to go check out. So this video might be a little bit long, so I highly suggest you guys pause the video, grab your beverage, grab your snacks, and whenever I get to the Good Lock app, get ready because it's going to be a bit of a long one. Also guys, I did go briefly into the Good Lock app in my previous video. Guys haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out because this is really cool how to customize your Galaxy phone to the way you want it to be. In this app, I'm going to show you everything, every single extension and feature that the Good Lock app has to offer. And of course, there will be timestamps and description down below, so you can jump right ahead to whatever you want. So, first things first, I'm going to show you guys how to install it. So again, as I mentioned, you guys want to head over to the Galaxy Store. It's going to look like this. Then head over to the search, and then search for Good Lock. Now once you get that, tap this tile over here. If you haven't downloaded already, go over to download and install. Again, it's completely free. It'll take a few seconds to install. Then once you're done with that, you want to click on open. You're going to get greeted to this little animation right here. Good Lock, your Galaxy your way. And then here we are. So we have everything from theme park. If you scroll all the way down to RegiStars, we're going to cover every single feature that this Good Lock app has to provide. So again, it's going to be a bit of a long video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into theme park. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take it over to theme park. So let's go ahead and tap on this. Now if you haven't already installed it, it's going to look something like this towards the bottom, where you have this little info card right here, and then to the right, the download button's going to be there. So it won't take a few seconds to install. So if you're doing this one by one with me, you know, might be a little bit longer. So once that's done installing, go ahead and go to theme park, and it creates a little animation right here. Now this is you can change your whole Galaxy theme from the default to any theme you want. So we can change it from the theme all the way down to the volume panel as well. This is pretty sick. Alright, so let's go over to my custom one. I named it as Halo, and go on edit. So for theme park, we could change anything from your lock screen to the home screen, all the way to the messages. Now, the things we can't customize are the dialer, the Wi-Fi settings will look like, your actual settings, and of course your timer and alarms. So that's going to be completely separate. But for example, let's go ahead and dive into customizing your home screen. So if we're going to customize your home screen, you could of course click that pencil icon. You could change it to your current wallpaper. You can explore more wallpapers, or go into your gallery. I'm not going to do anything about that. And tap on crop. You can actually crop out the picture over here. So if I want to adjust how small he is or how tall he is, I could crop out this little space right here and get a little bit more area. I'm not going to do anything, so I'll type save copy so I lose my progress. And there you go. And this guy's video, I'm going to initialize my edit. Tap on yes. And there we go. So that's how you do it from the home screen. Next step is take it to a lock screen. In order to customize your lock screen, you do want to toggle it on. And then same thing. You could change your wallpaper, or you could crop it to whatever you want. And same thing goes for that. I'm going to leave mine as off because I like it the way it is. Next up, we have our keyboard. And right now, you can customize anything on the keyboard, from the shortcuts to the individual keys themselves, all the way down to the font colors as well. So let's say I want to make this, if I want to make it saturated or less saturated, I can. I can change the transparency from no transparency to high transparency. I could have that, and also different color presets is here. But in order to get color, you do want to make sure you have transparency at least towards halfway. And then, of course, you could choose any color from this selection right here. And then let's say you want this little blue color right here or this purple color. You could tap on OK and it'll save it. I'm not going to do anything about that. So, let's say you got everything you want for your keyboard. You like it the way it is. And you want to see everything without these little customization dots all over it. Go ahead, click this picture icon right here. And it's going to give you a nice clean preview. So this is going to look like on your keyboard. And let's say you like everything the way it is, or you want to change a little bit of everything. Go ahead and make your edits. And again, once you're done, once you see a clean preview, tap the picture icon and you get this. So that is it for your keyboard. I did no changes there. Next up, we have our quick panel. Now for a quick panel, same thing like the keyboard. We could change it from the quick panel background to the icons, your little quick panel icons here. You can change your brightness slider color, as well as your notification background color and the font color as well. But a little fun fact, this is actually a different version of the quick panel, because this is an older version. Probably say it's around Android Pie, something like that, Android 10. Because look at my quick panel, it's like this. So just a little something to note. It's not gonna really change as much, as again I could change the I could change this. This will apply to my slider right here. So you're not gonna get this the exact same one-to-one replica of this quick panel. It's just showing you a little preview. So don't be worried if you're like, oh no, why is my quick panel different than what's this? You know, it's just a different version of the quick panel. So once you change your Wi-Fi icon, your notification backgrounds and fonts and all that stuff, again, you can also change the blur level as well. So you want your background to have no blur, drag it all the way down to 100. Or if you want maximum blur, drag it all the way down to 100 or 0 for no blur. Then let's see what you like. Like what you see. You don't want these little customization areas around here. Again, tap the picture icon and you get a nice clean preview. So that does it for the quick panel. And again, to make your edits, just tap the pencil icon and you can get customizing right away. So that's it for the quick panel. Next up, let's take it over to messages. Now this one, you know, if you want to change how your income matches look like, you go over here. You can change everything from the font color transparency, as well as the little bubble of the text there. And then for your text bubbles here, you could change the font color, transparency, and all that good stuff there as well. So, and also you can change the URLs, how they look like as well. So, you know, once you figure out what you want, again, tap the picture icon, give a nice clean preview. Want to make some more edits, click the pencil icon, and you're good to go. So, that's it, how much you could customize. And in case you're wondering what you can't customize anything from your settings over here. So, you can't do your settings, your dialer. You can't change your how your Wi-Fi background color is going to look like, and you can't change everything from your clock setting as well. Because in case you're wondering, if I were to click on this, it was simply give me a shake saying no, you can't do that. But that's not all. Head over to down, we can change your main colors over here. So we can have it black, green, or click this little pencil icon right over here. So if we go to tap on this, we can change saturation and of course individual preset colors. You can choose whatever you want, and then when you're done, click OK, and it'll automatically apply it. In this, you can change the layout, so you can have it to be one individual tile at a time, or you can have simply everything laying out in front of you, so you could tap whichever one you want. This one, you can change if you want to dark mode to light mode. So this is currently dark mode. Click on this, it's going to be light mode. But I like everything to be on dark mode for me. Then, when you're ready to apply your theme, click and install. Then you could change Then you can insert your own title for your theme. Click override or click done. It's override for me because this is my current theme I have on my phone. So once you click done, it's going to apply. It's going to create your new theme, and then once you apply your new theme, it's going to look the way you want it to be. So again, that does it for theme park. Just more customization for you guys over there. Alright, let's go ahead, go to back. That does it for the theme. Next up, let's take it to the keyboard. So for the keyboard, you're probably saying, wait, hold up, how can I change the keyboard? This is actually pretty tricky. So I did mention you guys could change the theme of the keyboard if you go to mine. This is my keyboard. It's going to look like, if it's going to show it. Alright, so I showed you guys before. This is what the keyboard looks like when you go to the theme section. You can't really change the background. However, if you do want to change the background, you do want to hold on one second. Go to keyboard itself. Then once you do, you create your own new theme right here. It says create a new one from scratch. This one, you can actually put a wallpaper as your background of your keyboard. And then you can change almost the same thing like the keyboard caps, the colors, and all that good stuff. And vice versa. And also, you can change the background color of your keys as well. And just like I showed you over for the overall theme itself, you can have for light mode or dark mode. And then if you want a clean preview, tap that. And then when you're done, click install. And then, you could choose whatever primary color you want for your keyboard, the saturation slider, as well as your different color presets. So that's it for your theme. And then again, once you click install, it's going to install over on your current keyboard, and there you go. If you want to showcase your keyboard, click on this, and now you could just simply test see how your keyboard's gonna look. There you go. And there you simply have it. So there you go. That is how your keyboard is going to look and whatnot. Next up, we want to take it over to next up, we want to take it over to your quick panel. So let me get out my clipboard. Okay, there we go. So you don't want your keyboard to show, you just tap back. Next up, let's go over to your quick panel. Now I do want to change your quick panel. Go ahead and tap new, and this you could choose what your quick panel background's gonna look like. We can drag it down. Again, same like the theme, you could change everything from your font color to your brightness slider, to your font text color, to the font your notification background color. It's basically the same as the theme itself, so I don't think I have to go into detail of that. Again, light mode, dark mode, clean preview, edit mode. When you're done, click install, get to go. Same thing. And for that, next up we have your icons. So let's say if you want to change how your icon looks in terms of the overall color, go ahead and go to says create new. And once you go to create new, you can change the shape of it as well as the color of the icon itself as well as the tray. So this is a preview of what my icons are going to look like. But let's say you want to have it to be circular, it's going to be more in circles. Would have mine be a rounded square. That's shorter, you can have it like that. You have mine's rounded rectangle, you can have it like that. Little teardrop, you can have it like this. You can be pillowy. You can have it look like that. Different shapes. Have it look like a star. Little text bubble. This little spiky icon here. Then of course you could change your image from your gallery or to whatever you want. So it can have it to be a sticker, whatever you want. And of course you could tap reset. For your colors, almost same thing as changing the background for your keyboard or your theme. Go choose whatever you want, and then choose whatever color you want. Tap OK if you're done, and it will apply. So let's say I want everything to be blue. I can have my icons be blue, and the trade color, let's have it be black. So it's gonna look like that. So you can change everything from the tint of your apps all the way to the shapes. So if you like it like this, you can rock out. Have it be a little bit of a gear, a little spiky like that. And again, want to see how everything looks like with a clean preview. Tap the picture icon. Want to make some more edits? Click the pencil. Click install. And then this icon over here, in case you're wondering, you can actually change your icon. So tap on that. And okay, so you can choose an app of which icon you want to change. I don't want my icons to be changed, any of your icons to be changed, so I can leave it like that. So that does it for your icon packs. And again, you can have it you can be the default or choose any shape you want it to be. That does it for your icons. Next up is your volume panel. So for your volume panel, you go over to create new, and this one you could change a couple of things. So you could change how your volume panel it's gonna look like your slider background, the font color of the volume logo right there, and also the background touch. You could change however within here you want it to be. So if I want it to be green and black, I could do that. I could have it to be a little brown color, orange little color. You can have it like that. This is what it's gonna look like. And then once I found something I like, again, tap install. Here's a clean preview. Light mode, dark mode, it's gonna look like that. So let's go ahead, click back, and there you go. This icon right here, it's gonna tell you all about the app. It's gonna give you all the creators that made this little extension here. So shout out to all these creators, you know. They did something awesome to help customize your Galaxy. So big, huge props to them, you know. Alright, so that's gonna do it for theme park. I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll get over to our next extension over on Good Luck. So I will be right back. Alright guys, next up we have Pentastic. Now Pentastic is going to work for Galaxy phones that support the S Pen. Again, if your phone does not support the S Pen, for example, if you have Galaxy S22 to S25 Ultra S Pen support that's integrated, I'll show you guys how to get way more customization out of that. However, if you have an S Pen like on the Fold series like this, or a slimmer version of the S Pen, you know, there's going to be some customization you can do, but there's going to be some things that you won't be able to do compared to this S Pen. Again, this S Pen's integrated into Galaxy S25 Ultra. This pen is not. So I'm going to show you guys the differences in Pentastic. And again, this is one of my favorite apps, my favorite plugins, because, you know, we'll get to there later on in this section. So in Pentastic, we could choose different air commands. So my default right now is the line, so I tap on air command. That's what it's going to look like. And again, what I like about this thing is I could tap the pen button over here and watch. I can go over here, I pen my air commands is going to be on this side. If I hover over here, it's going to go on that side. And again, you're wondering if I do it on the top, it's just going to go up to the left or to the right. So you can have it change. Now you can have it to be the line, which I have. You can have it be the circle, which will look like this. Now for the circle, you have a couple of customization options you can do. You can change the background, so you can have it to be your gallery, your brightness. You can change the brightness of it from low to high. Change the blur of your background to have a lot of blur or no blur at all. Then of course you could select your image, this background image from your gallery, or explore more wallpapers. And of course, if you like what you see, go on use, and it's going to automatically select that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap use. This is how the circle icon's going to look. This one's going to kind of follow where your S Pen hover is going to be. So if I'm all the way at the top, my my interaction's going to be over here. I go ahead and hover over here. It's going to follow it. Again, where I tap the pen button, it's simply going to follow wherever I hover my little pen at. So there you go. So it's gonna follow that. But next up we have retro mode. Now, if you guys had an older Galaxy Note way before the Ultras had S Pen support, way before the Galaxy Folds were introduced, for retro mode, this is gonna be a bit of a throwback for you guys, because for this one, again, same customization options as here. I'm not gonna do really much, but if you want to go to old Galaxy Note style, you can tap the pen button there, and then if you hover, it's gonna tell you what quick toggles I have. So for this one, I have AI Select, Screen Write, Sketch to Image, Create Note, YouTube Studio, or Settings. So if you guys prefer that good old Galaxy Note Air Command style, go ahead, tap on Retro, and same thing as the line. Not the line. As for the circle one, it's just gonna follow me wherever I hover my S Pen. So again, I could just have this thing follow me all the way to the top of the phone, and there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the line one. I think I like the line one a little bit better, and go ahead and use that. Next, from the bottom there, we have what's called our pointer. So this is going to be a little bit hard to show, but with your pointer, you gotta set to default circle. So if I want to go that, you guys will see a little bit of circle there. Again, it's going to be very hard to see. I'm going to do my best to see if you can show it, but that's when, if I hover my pen over the screen, it's going to hover. Let me see if I can do it from my left hand. That's a little better. Yeah, left hand's definitely a little bit better. So that's a default pointer hover. If I want to go to basic, tap on that, and this one I could change the size. So I want the size to be small, go to the minus. Want it to be larger, I could go to the plus. If I want to use this pointer, I click on use. I'll leave it on large so you guys could see it better. And there you go. That's gonna look like when my pen is hovering over the screen. And again, in case you're wondering, yes, well actually, hold on. So this only is gonna work for this is only gonna work if you have your integrate S Pen. Now I kind of want to test something out real quick. Let's see, if I go to advanced features, S Pen, where's allow multiple S Pens? More S Pen things, okay. Now, if I do allow multiple S Pens, will that let's see. I have mine set to basic, so this is Galaxy S25 S Pen, basic cover. This is Z Fold S Pen. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. So there you go. I just learned something new just now. So let me go back to basic. If you have a Z Fold S Pen and using it on your Galaxy S25 Ultra, this is only going to work for the integrated S Pen here. So again, this is only going to work for the integrated S Pen, because mine's on the basic hover. As you guys can see, a little hover icon there. But if I take it over to my Z Fold S Pen, the Fold Edition, it's just gonna be the default. And if I go to whichever one I want to, it's gonna change for this S Pen. Okay, so yeah, that's actually very interesting. I'm surprised why it won't allow for both, but I guess it's only better by software. I don't know. Maybe Samsung has a better way of showing that, but that's kind of interesting. All right, so for basic, again, you gotta set to very small or very low or kind of large. And again, I'm gonna show you guys hovering my pen over the screen. It's gonna look like that. Next up, we have the heart. Again, same options. You want to have it to be small or just a little bit larger. You cover your pen, and it's gonna look like this. So you guys can see the heart right there. Alright, next up we have Croco. Again, same thing, small or even larger. This one you can actually kind of see better because it's a whole icon in itself. And wherever I hover, you know, I can wherever I hover it's gonna go point in that direction. Alright, same thing. Same thing, let's take over to Lisa. Same thing as well. Like hover, small or large. And it's going to show the character icon there as well as the little pointer there. Next we have Crocky. Again, same thing. And the same pointer for that. Go over to Bobby. You know, all the customization is going to be the same for these little characters there. And then we have custom. So let me take it back to my... Actually, let's use Crocky, because why not? So you guys can see my S Pen hover. I'll switch back to my right hand. Now, if we go over to custom, this one you go to your gallery or to your sticker, and this one you could you can mark the hover point or change again your sizing. So for this custom one, I have mine set to good morning, and you can see where my pen is hovering over, and then you guys could see the text. And then if I use it, I can click yes, and then good morning is simply going to follow the pen wherever I hover over the screen. So that does it for your pointer. Again, let's take it back to the regular pointer there. Next up we have sounds. This is the best part of Good Luck on the Pentastic app. Plugin is because with Pentastic, what you can do is you could change it from the default sound all the way to whatever sound you want. And of course we'll get to there later on the video. So here's what your default's gonna sound like. It's gonna sound like nothing. Here's your basic. Nothing much there. Here's your heart. Here's Croco. Here's Lisa. Here's Cookie. Here's Bobby. Then you could change, and then from there, in case you guys don't like those presets, you could change your custom. So you go out to custom. I have mine set for the Halo Energy Sword and the Halo CE sound effect. I did showcase this, how to do it, over on my previous video. If you guys want to see that, go check that out. But this is what your custom sounds are going to be for insert sound or move sound. So if I put in my S Pen, it's going to play that sound. If I insert it, it's going to play this sound over here. So again, tap on use so I don't lose my stuff. And there you go. So that does it for your S Pen sound effects. Next up, let's go over to double tap shortcuts. So for this, if you want to quickly get an action out, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to press and hold the pen button and double tap the screen at the same time. So let's say I were to do a double tap shortcut. There we go. This can open up a new note. So let's say I want to take a few phone numbers or select some item information and stuff. I could say call the diner 200 7777. And there we go. Then I could do that. I could have my my floating app over here, my pop-up app. Then let's say, you know, I recall the diner. I click the X and that is saved. But I could do more than just create the note. So let's go over a few S Pen shortcuts. We have drawing assist. So again, click and hold the pen button, double tap. It's going to take me to drawing assist. So I can either drop the S Pen, choose an image, choose any of the images. Gonna cover up my screen there so you guys don't see my personal images there. And again, or you could do text. So if you want to text something, you could do it through there. So let's do some pop art, text. I'm going to draw, let's do a little tree. And there we go. So let's have some detail. And there we go. So click on generate and let's let drawing assist turn my little not really good image into a good tree. And look at that. It drew a nice little tree. I like that. So again, I can either save it, I can save it as a sticker, I could share it, or I could copy it. But I'll get to that later on in the video. Just will show you guys that real quick. Of your double tap shortcut. Next up, we have AI select. So for AI select, again, press the pen button, double tap. It's gonna have this little animation glow around the screen, and then it's prompting me to circle wherever I want to select. So if I tap, it's gonna do this. It's gonna allow me to go over here. I can generate an edit, translate, and crop, and do a bunch of things over here. Or I could just simply circle it, and there you go. So that's AI select with the double tap shortcut. Let's go click back. Next up we have screen write. So you know, if your person wants to show your loved one or your family member who is not really tech savvy much, and let's say they they go to me and say, "Hey Chris, how can I get Croco on my pointer?" I can basically go to here, say, "Alright, here's Croco." There's screen write, press the pen button, double tap. It's gonna take a little screenshot, and basically I could circle around here. I could say, "This is it here." And there you go. I could save it, share it. I could undo or redo. I could erase some stuff if I want to. Or I could choose different colors and different pen styles. So that's it for screen write. Next up we have translate. Now if you're a person that does speak a language very easily well, or can't understand anything that's on your phone screen on a different language, this is perfect for you. So all you do is take out your S Pen, press the pen button, double tap, and let's say you want to have this be in Spanish. Just hover over your pen, and what that will do is it will highlight wherever I want. I can even play this. I can even play the what it says on the bottom here, or I could copy the Spanish text there. Again, I can have to auto. I recommend auto, and then you can have it select to any language you want to be. And again, you could swap different languages as well. Next up is magnify. Now, if you're a person that's very if you can't read anything on the screen, or let's say, you know, you want to emphasize something on the screen that you haven't seen before, magnify is best for you, especially if a person wears glasses and it's very hard to see your phone screen. And we're like, okay, what does that mean over there? I can't see it. Well, pen button, double tap. And then I could choose the magnification from 300 all the way to 150. So leave it at 150. And then I could basically hover my pen over the text. And now you guys could see way more better than before with the magnify double tap shortcut. Again, I think that's really handy in case you guys can't see anything on your screen. But there's more to that. We have pen up. So this will, if I double tap the pen, it's going to launch pen up. And then we have write on calendar. Same thing, press hold the pen button, double tap on the screen. My calendar's going to show up there. And that's our Yes Pen functions right there. And again, you can have this to open up any app you want you have installed on your phone as well. So make sure you have this toggled on, and then you can basically go crazy. Alright, so that does it for Pentastic. Again, this is one of my favorite good luck extensions. Again, I recommend it, give it a try. It's my favorite. Again, unfortunately, if you guys want the Yes Pen sound effects, you're going to want to get yourself a Galaxy S22 all the way S25, that Ultra series. That's going to allow you to give the embedded S Pen like this. If you have something like a Z Fold, this will not work. And the vanilla variant of any Galaxy S phone, this will not work. Again, Galaxy Notes and Galaxy S22 Ultras and higher will, with the integrated S Pen, you guys can have the built-in sound effects. So that does it for Pentastic. Let's move on to the next plugin. Alright guys, next up, let's move on over to Keys Cafe. Now, Keys Cafe is almost the same thing as customizing your keyboard keys on your themes, as I showed you guys before. However, this one you go to a little bit more further because you have more options. So let's go to make your own keyboard. You go from the English side, go to Simple, Dvorak, and Codemark. Also, there's Symbol, Math, Chemistry, and Math and Chem keyboard as well. Of course, we go to Add, and from Add, you guys could choose whatever keyboard you want. And these are your QWERTY options here. There's QWERTY, there's Quartz, Azerty, and then you go from there. And of course, if you want to edit any one of those, you can. It's going to take you to this little keyboard customization suite right here. So this is what your Make keyboard selection is going to be. And of course, you have a whole bunch of numbers you can choose from. You can go over here, a bunch of numbers, letters, different symbols. Of course, you have emojis. You have different tools over here. You have different phrases, symbols, more emojis, custom emojis, more symbols. And then we have, if you're into the web, you have your little @ symbols there as well. So you have all that there as well. Then you go to the bottom right here. You know, there's your undo and redo. Of course, you can lock whatever selection you want. So I'd say if I want to have Z over here, I could tap on this and I could lock it. So this way, if I want to make changes, the next time I go to Z, I can't move it. I have to unlock it, and now I can move Z to whatever I want to go. So if I want Z over here, I can do that. I can also redo my changes there. I can have it undo lock. I can undo it and undo Z all the way up to there. Same thing if I redo it as well. Then after this, you have the trash icon. So let's say on the letter H. Okay, that can't be added more than once. Okay, so let's say I have Z over here, but I don't want it there. I can actually move it, and there you go. Just by typing it, and it's in the trash. Another way I can remove it is this. Type undo. Go over. I could long tap and hold this. I could flick up and drop, and there it is back. So there you go. So I can also do that as well. And again, same thing for C. I can have this big C over here, and then I just flick up and drop it, and it's automatically in the trash bin. And of course, let's say you do make a mistake where you want to undo something, tap on this, or you could just reset it to its default, and you're back at where you left off. So there you go as well. But you guys also see is that, let's go back to the big letter A over here. Let's say for this little A, I want to change the size of it. So for this one, I can have it to be larger. I can have it be wider or skinnier. Or change the height. So if I want it to be taller or I can be shorter, I could do that as well. There's other options here too. Like, I guess I could move. I have no idea what that does. I don't know. This is kind of interesting, but I guess you could change where the letter positioning you want it to be. And again, change all that stuff too. But let's say you don't like it. Simply swipe up and drag it. It's automatically in the trash, in the bin. So there you go. And over here, again, that's your little reset there as well. So again, just bring this A back up to here. I can okay, it's not letting me select that, but okay, so there you go. Next up here, we can add more rows. So we can add a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So we can't add any more. So the was we added was we added a number row, an emoji row. We have our arrows, more emojis. Looks like some hearts and some kisses, and custom emojis in there. And again, we cannot add any more rows till we delete them. And if you want to go back, again, just simply tap the arrow, and there you go. So you can go crazy, add more rows, and do our selection you want from there. It's totally up to you. Again, in case you're stuck on something, go to help, and then this will tell you everything all about your keyboard stuff here too. So in case you have any questions, this will tell you, okay, where stuff is at and what things will look like. Again, we're back to default settings. You go back to here, and when then you're done, you click the check mark. So that's how you customize. That's how you make your own keyboard there. Again, same thing goes for a simple keyboard, or go to math keyboard symbols. And of course, you're here. You could also import whatever files or images you have on there. So just put my hand there so you guys can see my personal stuff on there. But there you go. Of course, you toggle it off. You can't do any changes. You can't add any keyboards or anything. In order to do that, you have to toggle it on. And there you go. So that's how you make your own keyboard. But again, same thing for I showed you guys in the beginning. What you can do again is if you want to make your own keyboard. For making your own keyboard, it's kind of the same thing. You're just adding more rows and more keys and stuff. For this one, you could style it. So this is my little style keyboard over here. Again, this is why I type off to come back to default. But I tap this, it's adding it. Of course, I can make a new one over here. And let's make a new one just for demonstration purposes. I could do these color presets I have here. Or I could just do my own colors. So we'll do this little teal color over here. Tap OK. And there we go. Now we have different presets it chose from. So we'll do green and black. Again, toggle between light mode and day mode. Clean preview or edit. I could download. and customize everything over here as well as add my picture. So I'm not going to do that. So that, add your picture, let's say I like everything, click on install. I could do my name or whatever. And that's it. And once you tap install, it'll install it. Just make sure you have it check marked and it'll look exactly like that. There's other recommendations here as well. There are presets in case you don't know how to make your own. Again, some of them kind of a little bit basic, more advanced stuff here too. Next up, we have our we tap a key on the keyboard, give us different effects. This one's kind of like a paint splat effect. So no more tap on the keyboard over here. It's gonna give me this little paint splat over here. That's interesting there. For this one's kind of made a little fireworks area. So again, it's like a little mini explosion. For this one's kind of a huge wave going around the keys. So here's a demonstration like that. You guys see it's kind of waving across the keyboard. Then we have this one over here. So again, that's your little preview of what's going to look like when you tap a key on your keyboard. Again, you have these color effects here. And for key color effect, you can add on existing things as well, so you can mix and match. And then you have your little motion over here. And there you go. This is a bit way too obnoxious for me, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I just have the basic tap area there. So that's how you style your own keyboard. Again, this is what it looks like here. Just a letter popping up, and that's it. Alright, so that's how you style your own keyboard. You can toggle that on or off as well. Next, you have my sticker. So if you have created your own sticker, let me just make sure that I don't have anything. Okay. Yeah, my sticker is gonna go to your gallery app. I'm not gonna bother to go there, but if you want to add your own image, you tap on my sticker. You can add that to your keyboard via Keys Cafe. Just center this overlay here. Okay, next you have to play the keyboard game. So you want to see how much you're good at your own keyboard. You can customize it there. So you have send practice and you have word rain. Let's do a quick example here. Bye. Oh, I made a mistake, so it's gonna vibrate my phone. So and there you go. So I did with the S Pen, so it's telling me how much I'm timed. There we go. You are what you eat. There we go. Sudo make me sand. Oops, spelled that wrong. And there you go. You can type in as many keys as you want. It's 10 of these. Now, I don't make the video any more longer than it is, so leave it as is. Word rain, this is where, for this one, your AR emoji is going to be on a little pool, and your strategy is to make sure she's going to go over from your left screen to right phone screen. Show you guys here. And then more type these words correctly, the more she will stay in her thing. Then if I spelled one, Again, it's going to add up as raindrops. Then you just kind of want to do your best. I spelled that wrong. And there you go. If you get a certain amount wrong, it's going to tell you it's going to give you a little air emoji thing here. It's going to tell you your high score and your stage. Go in the contact down below, guys. Check out this game. If you guys played it, let me know what stage and your score is. And, I'll give you a heart if you guys can beat my score. I'm pretty sure you guys can. But, anyways, that's to play the keyboard game. They go to advanced keyboard settings. You have auto placement sensitivity here, which will adjust your auto place sensitivity. Click on that. You go to high, medium, or low, or reset if you make any changes you don't want. So toggle that off. You can turn off delete etc. So do not use the acceleration delete. You can toggle that on or off. Double tap interval 3x4 keyboards. You can adjust double tap interval of a 3x4 keyboard. You can have it set to 1500, or toggle it on between 500 and 300. Mine was at 1500, so click on reset. It's going to take it back to normal. Toggle that off. Use sticker suggestion or larger view. You can toggle this on or off, and it'll use your sticker suggestions or larger view when suggested method is show above the keyboard. So that's it for your advanced keyboard settings. Then again, you click the still icon there. It's going to tell you about the info and all the creators of this extension. So there you go. That does it for Keys Cafe, guys. Let's move on to our next extension of good luck. Alright, guys. Next up is Home Up. Now, Home Up is basically you can customize and adjust your home screen settings as well as any other stuff in your One UI home app settings here as well. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So this is your home screen right here. Now for home screen, if you tap on that, make sure you toggle it on. Then you can adjust everything from your app settings all the way down to apply folder background color. So let's go down little by little to what they mean. So if we go to app icon setting, we could change the icon size. So if you want it to be 90%, it'll be like that. If it would be 105%, it'll look like this. Then you can show item label on the home screen. So this is going to look like if you toggle it off, it's going to remove the labels. So if you want a nice clean look, you could just turn off all the labels. Or you could toggle it on, it's going to show it. And then you can show auto label on the app screen as well. So same thing like the home screen. If you toggle this off, like let's take it back to the app screen. Now you guys see there's no labels on the app screen. It's just the icons itself. But let's say you don't know where everything is. Toggle right back on, and now when you get to your app drawer, now you get to see everything where it is. So now I know where Pentastic is, I know where PenUp is. If I remove the labels things, I might want to get confused, end up clicking the wrong app. So that does it for the app icon settings. Again, you can customize how small or large you want it to be and change the labels. Next up is background blur control. So right now, Samsung over here gives a little demo how it's going to look like with the blur when you go into your apps. You go to your app screen. So for your background blur, you can have it set to 0, or you can have it set to maximum blur. I have mine set to 0 so you can see your icon when you swipe up to go to app screen, or swipe for home to get to your app screen. So I kind of like it like that. And you go on over here, it says remove most of the blur. And if you tap this, it's not going to allow you to customize your background blur size at all. Your rate, sorry. So what you're going to have to do is toggle this off, and now you can adjust this from here. And again, if you want to customize everything on here, make sure this is toggled to on. So that's your background blur control. Next up, let's go to loop pages. Now for loop pages, this is going to tell you can move from the first to the last page of the last or the first page of your home screen, being your page off in your app screen. So let's say I have multiple pages going off in my screen. Actually, let's demo that real quick. So click apply. Let's add 2 more things right here. Okay, so let's say, let me just get rid of that. So I'm just gonna click that. There we go. So let's go back to over loop pages, the home screen. So now if I have the home screen, now again, if your media page is off, you go to discover. Now I could just loop all my 3 pages. And again, you can only do this if and only if your Google Discover feed is turned off. So like I showed you guys before, if you turn your media page on and you try to loop your pages, it's going to take you to the Discover feed and you're not going to loop through all your pages. Make sure your media page is turned off for that. I'm going to leave mine on because I like seeing my my news feed of what's going on around my area. So let's take it back over to home up. So that's your loop pages. Your Finder access, if you want to have your Finder access be when you swipe down the home screen, you could do that. Automatic set to off. Now DIY home screen. Now this is different than previous versions. So on One UI 7, you can actually customize your home screen to have it any way you want, any way you imagine it to be. You can do it with your DIY home screen. So let's toggle this on. And once you go here, it's going to tell you even details. So go over here, you can have it to be a little circle, or you can even change how the app is going to be. You can have it overlay, or you can have it be crooked or not. So let me do a quick demonstration of that. So let's go over here, settings, more customizations. Take it back to home up. Actually, that's the wrong way to do it. Okay, so go to here. Okay, I figured out a way. So now we have DIY home screen enabled. Let's go ahead and customize everything on here. So let's go ahead. Let's go crazy. Again, I'm moving my icons to where I want them to be. I don't know why I'm long tapping thing. There we go. So I can move the apps any way I want them to be. So on Gaming Hub, have it like that. Gboard. Let's go ahead add one more app. Let's have Gemini. Be over here. So now, if I want to do a little bit of a tree, fetch app. Expert raw, let's have it as the top. And there you go. So now if you want to have a little tree, you could do 4 apps, 3 apps, 2 apps to a single app. You can have it like that as well. This also works for widgets as well. So now for a long tap, we go to widgets. I can have my alarm. I don't know, go over here. I can have alarm be over there. Let's see. I got my one widget. Let's have my routine. Go over here. Okay. Not a lot of background activity on that one. Let's do another one. Let's do the battery. My battery go over here. And then for the clock, I got my alarm over here. So you could go crazy, you could add whatever the way you want it to be. But let's say you made a mistake, you don't want everything to be all laid out like this. You know, let's say I want to clean up this whole area right here. Instead of doing one by one, let's take it back to home up. Go to reset, click OK. And now as you guys can see, everything is back to normal. Except for this widget right here, but I'll move that later on. And then in case you guys don't want to accidentally add more apps to your home screen, all you have to do is toggle this off, and DIY home screen is off. So that's how you customize your home screen in weird, wacky ways as the way you want it to be. Again, it's very cool, and I recommend you give it a try. And again, you don't like it, you can toggle it off or click reset. Nothing is going to change. Everything is going to change back to before you customized it. So below that we have home screen grid, so you could change it from the small which is 4x4, and it could be customized all the way up to 7x7. Mine is 7x7. Next up we have the hot seat tab, so you can set your favorites. You could do 5 all the way up to 9. 5 is fine for me. Your folder screen grid, you could go from 3x3 all the way down to 7x7. I have mine set to 4x4. And folder icon grid, same thing, 2x3 to 5x5. There you go. Next we have pop-up folders, so when you go into a folder, it's going to pop up like this. Toggle this on, you go from small to medium or to large. Then you could have it set to a variable size, position, central, fixation. That's one big word there. Hide, edit bar, and you can also remove the blur. So there you go. Let's toggle that to off. Next up, where did I go off from? Pop-up folder. Let's go to large folder. So for large folder, kind of the same thing. You can have a medium or a large folder. Say your folder grid size from 2x2 all the way to 4x4. And then you can change your icon size to small, medium, or large. Go ahead and toggle that off. And then next up we have apply folder background color. So you can toggle this on or off, it's going to do exactly that. So let me toggle that off, and there we go. So that's your home screen. Next up we have backup and restore. So in case you're afraid you don't want to lose your progress on your home screen, you work so hard on this, but you're afraid like your phone's gonna reset and take away your progress, what you can do is toggle this on, go to backup and restore, and it's going to back up your it's gonna have your choose your backup your home screen. So you have it to immediate. So right now it's gonna back up. Right now it's going to load everything up. And this should show backup failed. Please go to home screen and try again. In case you get that, you do want to kind of try again. Maybe it's a little bug in the home screen or something. But in case you're worried about losing your progress on your DIY home screen, all you have to do is just go on here and click up backup and restore. And there we go. Toggle that off because I'm not reward as much. Next up we have our task changers. So task changer, you have different types of recent apps list. So you have a tilt stack, which is the default. You have grid, we have vertical, and you have slim list. So this is going to look like with the tilt stack. This is your default one. Next up you have the grid. Then you have vertical list, which can look which your list is going to look like this. And of course you have the slim list, which is going to show basically the label of your apps like this. Now, if you want to have it to be in a circular list, all you have to do is toggle on circular list. So instead of, let's see, this grid. So let's do vertical list. So let's say you want to have your apps not be in circular motion like this. All you have to do is toggle it off, and now it's going to look all straight. So it's going to go up and down instead of going in a circular motion, depending on how many apps you have. So you could have your task changer change the type of style of it. Tilt stack works for me. Again, you have mini mode, center the currently running app, app label, or you can have a little search bar in case you want to search something up real quick. Again, make sure it's toggled on so you could change that. So that was your task changer. Next up, let's go to gesture settings. And when you go to gesture settings, I have the gesture bar on my phone. So right now, I have the home gesture and animation tuning. So let's go to that. So this is where every time I flick up to do my gestures, I can have it change to whatever I have set to preset. So I can have mine set to classic. I can do elegance. Okay, that was kind of cool right there. You have dynamic, it's going to feel a little bit faster. Again, a little bit more faster. You have sweet. Okay, that was actually pretty cool. It's a little bit slower, but it's man, it just feels a little bit more satisfying. It's a little on the slow side, but it's a little satisfying like that. So, can I give you one more demo? There you go. Alright, next up, you have simple tuning. So if you want to change how fast or emotionally you want your gestures want to be, you can go from the left, which is going to be emotionally, or to the right, which is going to be very fast. If your person wants to go a little bit to more advanced tuning, tap on here, go to detailed settings, and you can basically go crazy to how your icons move in a certain way, depending on dampening, stiffness, and friction. Same thing with icon scale. So when you tap the icon, you can have it go up and down very large. Again, from dampening stiffness to interpolator. Then you have tracking position, your interpolator. Then you have your scale of your wallpaper. So you want your wallpaper to scaled all the way up, you can, or you have wallpaper scaled all the way down, you can. Say how long you want it to be, and you have your interpolator, and of course your blur. Then your scale when you go from the app screen as well. And there you go. And also there's a bunch of tips. In case you have no idea what you're doing, Samsung gives you kind of a little bit of a guide. And in case you made some mistakes, tap on reset. And again, mine was on dynamic. And this is how it's going to look like on dynamic. A little bit on the fast side. But again, want something a little bit more sweet. You don't really mind. I'm kind of smiling behind the camera right now. This kind of feels... I might keep this. It's for those who are like, oh, it looks a bit too slow. Again, I actually kind of like it. It's like front and center on the little slow side. So again, you can customize the way you want it to be. I kind of like that. So I'm going to leave it on sweet. Next up, we have home gesture vibration. So if you toggle this on, every time I go home with that gesture, it's going to give me a vibration. And if I toggle it off, I'm not going to have a vibration going on. Oop, never mind. Okay, that was pretty cool. So that's home gesture vibration. I have set that to off. Next up, we have a gesture settings. We have improved gesture sensitivity in the pay zone. You can toggle this on or off if you want to. Allow bomb gestures in full screen mode. So let's say your app is in a full screen mode and you do your gestures. It's going to simply allow that to happen. Gesture top priority setting. When there is interference in the gesture in the app, it will take advantage of the gesture priority. So I guess it will do exactly of that. Then you have bomb gesture sensitivity tuning. So you toggle this on, go to here. You can change how much your bomb gesture sensitivity works. So if you're a person that accidentally swipes up from an app, you can have it to high sensitivity, or you can have it set to very low. So if you have low sensitivity, it's going to be very easy to flick up. If you have it to high, the little area to swipe up, you're going to need a little bit more force behind that. So that is your bottom sensitivity. I'm going to have that to off because I don't really need that. So there you go. That's all for your gesture settings. Next up, let's go to our edge panel right here. Now for edge panel, this is your show more items here. So if we go over to the right side, these are all my apps I have on my edge panel. So you can go crazy and add just as many as you want. And then you can have your show recent apps area on the top or not at all. So I have set to on like this. So these are my recent apps right here. But I turn that off. Now there's not going to be any recent apps showing at all if I have any recent apps. Next up, we have show edge handle in immersive mode. So if let's say my handle, I want to see my edge screen handle while my screen is fully immersed in whatever content I'm in. I can have it show or not show. This was toggled on by default, so I'm going to leave it. And there you go. That's your edge panel right there in a case. And this here is your share manager. Now, if you want to toggle this on, you can select your favorites if we want to share your stuff too. So you can select as many people as you want. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to have any numbers shown on my screen that I don't want to be shown. But this is what's going to look like when you're in your instant share settings. Toggle that off. And there we go. That's it for home up. Right there. So again, guys, you can do everything from your gesture settings. So a nice, you can have it be fast. You can have it to be a little bit more slow and take its sweet time. Or you can do everything from your home screen and basically have whatever is in the way. So that is it for home up. Let's take it over to MultiStar. Alright guys, next up we have MultiStar. So MultiStar is going to be able to customize your multi-window. So if you have this toggled on, you can customize everything from I Love Samsung Decks when you multitask, all the way down to your set pop-up gesture size. So let's go over to I Love Samsung Decks first and take a look there. Let's move this icon over here. So over here we have high resolutions for external display. So in case you have like a monitor that has a very high resolution and you want your phone high resolution to be on there, you toggle this on and it's gonna have the high resolution on both your displays when you have Samsung Decks. Next, for Samsung Decks, you can run many apps at the same time. So if you're a person that's editing your photos, you can have your photos, you have your Chrome, you have Microsoft Word, your PowerPoint, you can have as many apps as you can to run out of memory, and then it's now having any more apps at the same time. Next up, we have auto open last app. So auto opening your last app is basically means is that, let's say, if my phone, if I was taking a phone call and I had the phone app opened up, if I connect to Samsung Decks, my phone app is going to go over to Samsung Decks as well. It's going to automatically open there as well. So let's say you're taking a confidential call or something like that, and let's say you're at a little friend's house, and you're working on a PowerPoint presentation. Go and make staff toggle to off so that way you're not giving off any other extra details and stuff. If auto open last app, I say let's say you're doing a Zoom call or something that's non confidentiality. Toggle this on. You can have the Zoom call resume from your phone screen all the way to your TV or connected monitor or your display, and it'll automatically open that Zoom app once it's connected to Samsung DeX. Next up is set taskbar and header for bar display delay time. Mine is set around here, but if you do this, it says if the mouse moves top or bottom, the header bar or taskbar appear after set time, so you can change the duration of your taskbar and header bar display. I'm gonna leave mine here, that's the default. Not gonna go ahead and mess with that. Next up, after I left Samsung DeX, let's go over to Quick Launch Multi-Window. Now, in case you're wondering what the Quick Launch Multi-Window is, if you have with the keys, you can basically click on the recent apps, and what that will do is that will take you to recent apps. So click on multi-window, open in split screen view, or open in pop-up view. So those are your two options you have there. You can only choose one. Multi-window screen zoom. So when the app is opening multi-window, the screen is reduced to show a lot of content. So this is going to tighten up whatever's on your screen, so that way you get more in your view. So if you guys want that to happen, make sure you guys enable that. And multi-focus, if you're multitasking two different apps, let's say you have YouTube and Twitch on the same app, you could, instead of having YouTube pause in the background, your Twitch video on, you can have both on in the background, so that way you could keep an eye on track and constantly go between apps without having to resume one in the background. So if you want that to happen, enable multi-focus. Next up, we have remove the blur effect on adjusting split screen view. So if you don't want the blur in split screen, you can toggle this on. If you don't, you can toggle it off. Keep split mode. In split mode, it maintains the split mode running a new app. So if you want to keep your preference of your split mode windows, toggle this on right here. Then next we have prevent pop-up minimization. So if you want to avoid messing in pop-up, click on this just in case if I want to drag down this by accident, it's going to prevent my pop-up from minimizing. That's set to off by default. And last but not least, we have set pop-up gesture size. So if we go to here, we go to the corner, we could select our little corner sensitivity over here, or over here, our pop-up size. So for our top corner area, again, I could go over here, select my pop-up from there, or I go over here and do it like that. And again, if you want it to be small or large, you can do it. So it's going to show a little preview in the corners of what it's going to look like. There you go. I'm going to leave mine over here. So now if I go to the corner, I can make it change my pop-up view. And there you go. So in case you want to see multiple apps and pop-ups, you can. Or swipe up. So where were we? Okay, so that was set pop-up size. So I guess that's it. Type this hamburger menu there. It's gonna give you all the credit to the MultiStar creators there. Again, they're very talented people. So you guys deserve a big props for that stuff. And again, if you want to customize, make sure this is toggled to on. So that does it for MultiStar. Let's get on to our next extension in the Good Luck app. Alrighty guys, so I am back, and today we're going to talk about our next extension of Good Luck, which is called Camera Assistant. So Camera Assistant is basically, more in-depth about your camera settings. So in the camera settings, you get a little bit of stuff like Camera Assistant. You could dive a little bit more further and make your camera experience more better on your Galaxy smartphones. So right now on my Ultra, we have what's called zoom shortcuts. So if we tap on here, what happens between 2, 10, and 100 times zoom. So these toggled on. If we go over to a camera, now you guys can see we have 0.6 over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, and 100. So this is easily better, and I recommend you have this turned on so that way you can easily tap in 100 times zoom without doing that pinch effect to get all the way there, because let's face it, by the time you already start pinching, you already lost your subject. So I recommend you have that turned on right there. And let me just show you how it's going to look. So double tap. This is what it's going to look like by default. You're going to have 0.6, 1, 3, and 5. However, if we go back to zoom shortcuts, enable 2, 10, and 100, it's going to add all that stuff right there. So I recommend you have this on so you can instantly tap into your zoom without having to, do the pinch like this and, zoom all the way 100 times X and then zoom all the way back. So I recommend you just have the zoom shortcuts enabled in Camera Assistant. So that's a little look of that right there. Next we have Auto HDR. So with Auto HDR toggled on, it's gonna blend the best photos, blend the best parts of multiple exposures into a single picture with the improved color and detail. So that's gonna do that on the background. Then at the end, by the time your picture is done processing, it's gonna spit out what thinks the best image for you. So I recommend you have this on and don't change it, all that good stuff. Next we have picture softening. So if you want your pictures to look a little bit more soft, you can. I have mine off, but you have medium and high. So if you want to have your pictures have a little bit more soft feel to it, have that turned on. You could choose between medium or high again. Next up we have auto lens switching. So this is basically going to determine by the best environment and by the subject and the environment. It's going to automatically switch to the best lens it thinks you would this best suit for you. So for example, if I were to shoot something at nighttime and and I'm close to that subject, it's gonna, for example, it might go to 0.6x. If I want to take a macro shot of something, it's going to automatically go to ultra wide angle camera to get that best shot for me instead of me manually switching that for me. So that's kind of useful. I have that turned on as well. Next up we have distortion correction. Now this is basically like, I'm going to assume it's for like ultra wide angle shots or fisheye shots where, they got that one little angle that looks a bit off or crooked or something. So this will correct it and make it the best image for you. So according to the description, it says automatically fix bowing or bending lines caused by lens and perspective distortion. So yeah, I'm mostly going to assume that means ultra wide angle shots on that. Next we'll tap advanced resolution with adaptive pixel. So this is when you're taking like low light shots. It's combined multiple lower resolution frames into one final vision picture. So let's say you want to take a picture at nighttime New York City where there's barely lights at all. When you tap this, it's gonna take multiple exposure shots in that low light scenario, and then again it's gonna spit it right out back to you. So that way you can gather on what looks like that. You have upscale digital zoom, so this is basically going to make your digital zoom photos look more better. So for an example, if you want to take a zoom photo of like signage or a tree or whatever, and instead of having a little bit more fuzzy, this is automatically going to upscale it to make it a little bit more better. So that is upscale digital zoom, right? Next up we have quick tap shutter. So if you have this on, if I just tap the shutter, it's automatically going to take the picture for me, with little to no hesitation at all. Next up we have prioritize focus over speed. I highly recommend you turn this off, because if you want to get pictures of fast moving objects on like a street, or taking pictures of like your pet or whatever, anything that's fast moving, you take a picture, it's going to prioritize getting focused on that subject rather than speed. So your photos are going to have a little bit of blur to it. I recommend you turn this off so that way you avoid that and you could take those fast moving photos. Next up, we have video recording in photo mode. So I'm going to demonstrate what that means. So let's say you're in the camera app, you're taking pictures, but you all of a sudden you see something that's really cool and you just forget to toggle on video mode. So in photo mode, all you have to do is hold the shutter button and then go to drag, go to where it says lock, and there you go. So now I could just basically adjust the zoom to wherever way I want it, all that stuff, and I didn't have to go to the video mode. I did that instantly go into photo mode. So again, I'll show you guys that real quick. All you gotta do is hold the shutter button, slide it all the way up, and I'm permanently in video mode with all my controls. So that is good right there. So highly recommend you have that on, so that way in case you forget to go to video mode, all you gotta do is tap and hold the shutter button and you're good to go. Right, timer multi-photo options. So this is if you have your timer set and and you want to have different intervals, or you want to have multiple pictures taken along those intervals, you can do that. So for example, I can take 3. I'm gonna have it take 5 pictures in 1/2 seconds. So with my timer, let's go over to the camera. Alright, so we actually need a timer on. I just tested that out just in case. So go over to your timer. So let's do 2 seconds. Tap that. And you see the little bar right here? It's taking photos. So let's say if you want to take, different types of photos in like an environment or something, instead of having your friend say 1, 2, 3 cheese, just say, hey, go to timer mode, have them set a 2-second timer, and then in camera assistant, before you give them the phone, just make sure you have your time multi-photos option. So let's say you want to take 5 pictures or even 3 pictures in 3 seconds. You could do that. So if I want to take a photo, let's go to the camera. Again, you need to have the timer set. If you have the timer off, it's not going to work. So we'll just do 2 seconds and watch this. And see, like that, it took the photos for me, and I selected the time and the delay, and right now I have different photos taken different times. So it's actually pretty neat if you're like one likes to post behind objects and you want to make sure you're in frame in something, and you don't want someone hold your phone or a stranger hold your phone. You can instantly do this without a problem. So time multi-photos is good. I'm gonna have set to 1 picture so I don't accidentally mess anything up. But there you go. There's your timer and multi-photos options. Definitely have fun with that. Next up, we have DOF adapter correction. So it's automatically going to correct images flipped by external depth of field adapters. This correction is only applied in pro and video modes. I have no idea what that is, to be honest, so I'm leaving that off. Anamorphic lens correction, I have that set to off. But you can, once you tap in it, you could choose 1.33 times or 1.55 times. So go ahead, tap that, and you could choose what your anamorphic lens correction is. HDR10 plus, if you guys want to take more color or more contrasty videos in your videos, I highly recommend you have HDR10 plus turned on, because by default it's going to be turned off. And what you're going to get is, hop over to video mode, you're having You have all your options here, but you have HDR. We have the toggle turn HDR. So I recommend if you want better looking more photos, turn on HDR 10 plus, and that way we can mess around with it, see how it looks. Again, you can toggle HDR 10 plus on or off. Again, from the videos there. So that's HDR 10 plus. Audio monitoring. So while shooting video, play the sound being recorded through connected Bluetooth, each of my USB headphones or speakers. I have this turned off because of, just in case you're taking a photo, you want to hear yourself in the photo, or you have headphones on, you don't want to be talking, all of a sudden you're yourself talking, it's going to drive you, crazy. You can test that, see how it works for you, but I have mine set to turn off. Save videos to external storage. So, theoretically, let me get a better flash drive. Okay, so theoretically, let's say this flash drive had USB-C, and let's say I want to save everything instead of my phone directly to the flash drive. If I have to move stuff over, all you have to do is just plug this end, this was USB-C, into the phone, and that would, if I had this toggled on, all my photos would go from the phone directly to the flash drive. So that's kind of cool if you want to have your photos saved that way. However, photos, depending on what type of photos you're taking, like especially pro videos and all that stuff, that's going to take up a whole lot of space on that, and you're going to fill it up really quickly. So mess around with it, see what you think is good for you. I have mine turned off because I don't have any USB-C thumb drives. So that goes for that option. Next up, we have camera timeout. You could set how long you want your camera to stay on for. So you can have a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes. I set mine 10 minutes, just in case. Dim screen while recording. So once you tap dim screen while recording, you have options to have it turned off. After 1, 2, 3, or 10 minutes of no input, I will have this turned off because if you're not even touching the screen or doing anything with it, you want to see what your camera's capturing. You don't want to have this turned on and then your camera scream dim, and then you're like, hey, why is this photo so dim? You want to see everything your phone's capturing directly to your eyes. So I would have dim screen when I'm recording off, so you guys can get that setting. Next up, I have clean preview HDMI displays. So if you want to connect your phone to like your monitor or your TV and such, and you want to capture the camera, if you want a nice clean preview, toggle that on. Mine set default toggle off, so I'm not really going to bother with that. Then of course, in this hamburger menu here, you can reset your camera settings just in case you mess something up, or you go about the camera assistant and it's going to mention all the creators of that extension. So again, huge props to them for creating something very useful and awesome. So that is Camera Assistant. Let's get on to our next extension. Alright, next up, let's go over to our next extension over in Good Luck called Sound Assistant. So Sound Assistant is basically everything customized for your sound. So anything, you could have your volume up or down buttons. You can customize that. Anything we're doing with sound, you can fully customize your way. So let's go overhead to customize volume panel. This one you toggle on, it's gonna give you a little preview what it is right now. But if you're going custom, you have move, you have the layout to the right or to the left. You have you show your volume level, you can tap that on or off. You have your floating button. You have floating button right there, so you want to change your sound on the fly, you could do that. Or you have your little dual app volume. So if you want to have your volume, so if you have volume on 2 different apps, you can. I'm gonna turn off floating button and have my layout to the right, and there you go. But that's for your standard panel. If you go over to the right, we have our expanded panel there. And we could choose, and here's the little preview right here. So let's say if I want Bluetooth metronome, I could have that towards the bottom of my sounds, different individual sounds right there. I could hide or show my toolbar functions, or toggle on or off my volume. I'm gonna leave everything the way it is except for Bluetooth metronome. And there you go. And again, in order to do this, make sure you have your volume panel turned on, or else you won't be able to do anything at all. It's gonna be all grayed out. So that's how you customize your volume panel. Next up, this is how you make your own volume panel colors. So if you want to do this again, make sure it's toggled on, and then you have different choices to choose from. So for this one, we have different lighting effects here, so it's just cycle through all of them real quick. There you go, so that's all your lighting effects. Now if we scroll all the way down, we have texture. So do I mesh or acrylic? We could choose between the two. And we have control types. So if you prefer your control type to be a normal bar, you could do that, or you could have it be a knob. I wonder how a knob would be. Okay, so if a knob is going to be, it's kind of hard to show it on camera, but a knob is going to have your volume, your circular volume like this. However, I prefer the bar because it takes up less real estate. So, let's see. Okay, we'll tap that. Yeah, I prefer the bar because I've just preferred that way. And there you go. And of course, you tap on this. You have your media. It's going to apply for all your media controls over there. Then of course we have our shapes. So if you want yours wide, stubby, want a little small, or do you want skinny? So this sounds look like all your media controls right here. And again, personally I like this one. And oh wow, you have different options. You have super skinny, you have medium, little fat, and another stubby version. I kind of like this one better, but again, you could choose whatever you want to do. Next, you have individual app volume. So let's say you want to have your app have different types of volume levels. Well, now you can. So you could choose what app you want to have different volumes for. You could either delete it, or you could simply add one from the app's panels, and there we go. So you could choose all your installed apps and figure out what types of in-app volume you want to have. So let's say you're playing a racing game, you want your music to not be too overpowering, but you don't want to hear your engine going out at the same time. You could have your music just be a tad lower, and adjust your volume of your other game to be slightly higher. So again, you could go crazy with that and also have fun with that. Control media volume. Just toggle it on, so you want to control where media is going through your phone with your volume keys. You can do that instantly. Again, it's really useful there. Media manner mode. So when your phone is set to vibrate or mute, media volume is also muted. So I guess if you want to have anything synced over, so let's say if I have mine set to volume or mute, my media is also going to be muted as well. I have this turned off because I still want to be able to I still want to hear what I'm listening to, while also being able to control my individual sound or vibration. So I'm gonna have that off for now. Change step volume, so you can choose the step on the media slide to adjust at the rate at which the volume is changed. You go from 1 all the way to 10. Mine's default set to 10, so you could definitely figure out what you want from there. Some media key shortcuts. So if you want to control music with your volume keys, you can. So if you want to go to step on here, if you want to, for example, go on to a previous song, that'll be the up key, and then down will be your next will be the next song, and then this, if you go toggle beneath it, it's gonna flip it. So up is gonna be for next, down is gonna be for previous. So there you go. I have to set it off because I want to be able to adjust my volume. I don't want to be able to change what's playing in my song. So I definitely have that turned off for that. And favorite media apps. If we tap on this, we could choose an app to play and control media when you press multimedia keys on your My Headphones, on Bluetooth device, etc. If the currently open app supports multimedia keys, I'll play through that app instead. You can download more apps from your favorite app store. So these just by default, all the apps that support multimedia on it. So again, if I have Bluetooth headphones connect to it or my USB-C headphones, these apps I could select an app of what's my favorite, and I could basically use that to control off of my phone. So it's kind of neat and pretty cool. So let's turn that off actually. Next up we have Bluetooth metronome. So it's gonna first allow us to find my have me select a Bluetooth device. I don't have any Bluetooth anything, so I don't know how Bluetooth metronome is gonna help. So I don't know. Maybe you guys know something better than me. I don't know about a Bluetooth metronome. I've seen a metronome, but I don't know how Bluetooth metronome actually works. Advanced settings. Change the advanced audio settings on your device. If we tap this, we could do alerts to your headphones. So let's say if you're doing a nice little jog in the park or something, and you have your headphones connected or plugged in, you can choose what you want to have played through. So I personally prefer to have ringtone and my notification on. So if let's say my ringtone is let's say if I'm jogging or on my bike, and I have my headphones plugged in, I'll be hear my ringtone so I know who's calling me instead of having it output to my phone speakers. So I have set ringtone notification on, so you could do that there. Next, I have maintain volume while using navigation. So this is it says can reduce the media volume while using navigation. So if you want to have your media not change at all, if you're going by using navigation settings, I believe that's what it is. Toggle this on, it's going to do it. So I guess figure out what that is. I have mine turned off, so you guys can figure what that app does. So I'm still trying to read about it and figure that out. Next up, I have sound and vibration effects. So you customize your vibration patterns. So for this one, you have a ringtone notification. So if we go on tap plus, we can create a vibration by tapping the screen. So right now I'm creating a different so right now my vibration pattern's kind of played, but I could play it. That's kind of cool, but I like my vibration as is for notification. Let's just try, I don't know. I just tried just creating one just for fun. Then I could stop, and I could play it. And then I could click clear, and that's it. So let's go back. Next, and then if this was toggled on, since I have Dolby Atmos turned on to concert hall, so everything that I play on the sound assistant, and let's say if I have Dolby Atmos turned off, concert hall is going to make everything sound a little bit more echoey as if I'm in that specific area. So that's toggled off. I can't do anything about it. I'll leave my Dolby Atmos turned on. so that we get the best audio experience through my headphones. Next up, we have something a little bit gimmicky called Voice Changer. Now, April Fool's Day is coming up next month, and if you want to fool your friends by calling them, you can definitely do a voice changer mode. So, turn this on, and let's click record. It's going to record my voice. So, we're going to go through all of these and see.
This is a sound test. This is a sound test.
That's a sound test. Okay. This is Tech with Chris testing the microphones. There you go. So now, watch this. This is Tech with Chris testing the microphones.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone. This is Tech with Chris testing the microphones. This is Tech with Chris testing the microphones.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone.
This is Tech with Chris testing the microphone.
And there you go. So you have different voice effects. To default, which is my normal voice, and these are the other conversation routes. But in case you don't like these, go to create voice effect. So you can have echo delay, echo ratio, your tremolo frequency, tremolo intensity, vibrato frequency, vibrato intensity, and pitch level. I'm not really much into that, so again, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Test
1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3.
And there you go. So go ahead and have some fun, prank your friends. But I definitely would not do this if you're at your job or your work site and you need to take a confident call, a confidentiality call, and then let's say your boss has some earnings calls. If you have this turned on, I highly recommend you just turn this off if you're one of those people that are in the corporate areas, because trust me, voice changer is cool, but keep your job and mess with your friends, not with the people you work with. So I'm going to have that turned off so I don't mess up anything. And right in the bottom we have multi-sound. So this actually one I experimented recently. So with multi-sound, what this means is I can have different apps play different sounds. So YouTube Music, I have YouTube Music in the background. If I want to play a game as well, I can have that game also play their sound as well. So it's not pausing one sound and going to another and prioritizing one over the other. So again, if you want to have everything play the sound all at once, but you just want to make sure you have this toggle for apps. I have mine was before set to all apps, but you toggle off and you get to choose which apps you want. But I like mine for all because YouTube, you like having YouTube Music playing in the background or a podcast from YouTube playing in the background while playing a game. It definitely helps from there. So that's all for Sound Assistant. In the blue right here, this is something like, let's say, you're looking for something on Sound Assistant that you couldn't find. This is kind of a little guide. So you have a separate app for sound. This is in the normal settings here. So what this means is that I'm going to use Flossie Card example right here, and this is actually pretty perfect. Let's say you're at a barbecue or at a party, and your phone's connected to your Bluetooth speaker. You don't want to hear boo-da-doop-doo, boo-da-doop-doo playing all over again. Instead, you want to have your music just play on your Bluetooth speaker, and all notifications will be played to your phone, so that way you're not messing up the vibe. I kind of like that example, so shout out to Flossie Carter. If you're one of his fans, definitely subscribe, click the bell. And yeah, so separate app for sound, I would turn that on. if you're planning on going to a party, and let's say you want YouTube Music, and let's say, you're setting up your speakers, have YouTube Music toggled on, and there you go. And then select the device you want to use for the app selected. I'll go use a Bluetooth device, and then my phone will just be for notifications. So I'm going to turn that off, and there you go. Then we have sound quality and effects. So sound quality effects is, again, it could be on your phone settings. So for example, I have Dolby Atmos. You could change from auto, movie, music, or voice. If you toggle this off, your music is going to feel a little bit more muted. But if you turn this on, it's going to bring it a little bit alive. So it's going to sound more lively, and it's going to, make your sound more better. In my opinion, I'll recommend you turn it on so you get the full effect. And having an auto, because when instant talk between music and voice, or music in videos, right now I set to auto, let the phone adjust for me. We have the equalizer, so your phone. So let's say you're playing something off your phone like YouTube, and you want to select what do you want to be heard off your speakers. You can customize your speaker EQ. Now you can't do these two toggles over here, but for these you can. So you can have these set to high, low, high, low. Change whatever you want, and then go for that. I'm gonna have mine set to balanced, and there we go. And over there. Next up, we have boost dialogue. So let's say someone is talking a movie, or someone's talking through like a music video or something. Tap on boost dialogue. It's gonna boost the person's voice. It's gonna try to boost the person's voice or that dialogue of that person, so you can able to hear it more better. Next up, we have loudness normalization. So this is just in case you listen to a bit of music that sounds a bit more quiet, and then there's a little part of the music where it jumps up, and then your volume is just way too high. You're like, wow, and you just gotta turn it down so that we don't get deaf. If you turn this on, it's gonna prevent that sound from becoming too loud or too quiet. So this is gonna normalize it to where it thinks it's fine enough. Here we have app sound settings. So if you change sound settings in the quick panel, with media app settings for the app will be saved here and applied. And again, to that section, so you can ask it there. Adapt sound, if you click on here, toggle this on, you could choose for if you have media for calls, only media, or only your calls. And then you could select your age level. So you're under 30 years old, you could toggle this on. If you're 30 to 60, it'll boost the high mid frequencies. If you're over 60 years old, it's gonna boost every single frequency, so you can hear your content. But if you want to personalize it to you, you can. And once you click start, it's gonna play you to different tones. Then wherever you hear, you just confirm it, and then once after that's done, that's what you're gonna be hearing right out of your phone. So that is sound quality and effects. Again, we tap here, we have sound /system credit, and we have permissions. And that does it for sound assistant. So, a lot of good stuff buried in this whole extension right here. So let's move along to our other extensions in Good Luck as well. Alright guys, so I was able to take a picture of this character right here for me as my motion wallpaper effect. I did remove the background so you guys could see any instructions while I was taking a picture or anything. And for example, I can confirm this does work. So I'm moving my phone left or right, and it is moving. So it's kind of pretty trippy, if you want to be a little cool and stuff, you could do it like that. You can also add different stickers as well. But again, just to show you guys real quick, motion wallpaper does work. You just got to take the photo yourself as a portrait. So that does work. It's pretty cool, interesting. Tap on finish. Again, have other presets to choose from. We have the little cat. Which is kind of nice. We have the game. Okay, so the game, not to get hit. Nothing. So the game is actually kind of cool. So if you're into Space Invaders, I kind of like this vibe, but it's gonna replace your wallpaper. I kind of like that. Can you flick up or anything? No, I don't think you can. But it's actually kind of pretty cool. This is another cool motion wallpaper. If it's into that, you can. We also have rabbits, summer, winter, Wonderland, Alice. Let's do Alice real quick. So you have things falling from the sky, like different cards. This is actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff, you know. Yeah, and this is all Wonderland stuff. You could change different themes and fonts and motion effects. This is all pretty cool stuff. And again, tap on this. You could change your permissions or look at see who's the creator. So that is create unique wallpapers. Next up is do our different lock screen effect. So kind of the same thing, except this one changes how your lock screen turns off. So mine from a lock screen is just nothing too much. It's just a little blink, turn on, and there we go. We have Alice Warp, we have Avocado CRT, Cat Ripple, Game Pixelate, Landscape Blur, Puppy Spear, or Winter Edge. Let's do Game Pixelate, see how that looks. So every time I turn off my screen, if I have this set, it's gonna change this wallpaper as that. We have Alice Warp, Avocado, we have Landscape Blur. So okay, this is kind of like a whoosh, like a little whoosh effect. So it's gonna immediately show your stuff. So that's actually kind of cool. You have your Puppy Spear, so you know even if you want to see this, if you're a person that loves dogs, you know, see a little cute little puppy there, it's gonna make it look nice. So again, it's a nice little whoosh effect around its face. Then we have Winter Edge. So Winter Edge, again, kind of a little nice slow whoosh effect. It's gonna show winter and stuff. Or we create our own ones here. So let me just set like a photo real quick. So lock screen. Let's say for a lock screen, let's do Master Chief. Then for AOD, we'll just turn you on. Then for lock screen, we'll do. Okay, so you can't customize. Okay, you can. So this is what I have set for my lock screen AOD. So I kind of like that, but also I could swap it to whoever I want. So it's actually kind of cool right there. So for instance, let's say I want it to be, if I have it to be CRT, got Pixelate, Spear, Warp, Edge, Blur, Hexagon, Slice, Flip, Slider, Fluid. Let's have Pixelate. So I have mine CRT, I can have mine like that. And this is Pixelate. This is Ripple. Sphere. That's Warp. That's your Edge right there. That's your Blur. That's Hexagon. And you have your Slice. For me, I kind of like CRT a little better, so I'm gonna have that enabled. And then I could change my speed, so if I want it fast, go to the left, or on slow, go to the right. If my direction, if I have horizontal or vertical, and again different colors as well, or create my own custom color. I do that and I hit save. I'm just gonna call it Halo. So go on save, and there you go. So let's say I go to my lock screen. My achievement is gonna show right there, but when I tap the thing right here, it's gonna flick. So that's my AOD right there. But watch. So let's say I want to go take it to my lock screen. Well, if I was... So, right now if I have my AOD turned on, it's not going to do that. So, in order for that to work, you're probably saying, Chris, you're showing us something that's not working. Not quite yet. So, for this... all we have to do let's see if we could do that again. Tap on new. Let me go ahead put my thing in real quick. Change my thing. So for lock screen, I'm going to have my picture and my gallery. We'll do that. Alright, there we go. Let's do CRT. Actually, yeah, so for screen on, okay. I'm going to show you guys real quick how to redo that. So we're not going to have AOD on then. For lock screen, we're going to have set to the halo ring. Then again, let's have it to CRT. No, that's fine right there. Save it. We're going to name it ring. Tap save. And we're going to set as our wallpaper just for a lock screen. And I should press the power button. And it's going to turn off like a CRT. That's actually pretty cool. Then, if I unlock. So just for if I'm going to my lock screen. So, same thing. It's going to like that. It's going to instantly turn off. Now my screen's turned on. It's going to turn off like that. I actually think that's kind of pretty sick. And then watch that. My AOD is going to turn right off. So, again, double tap. It's going to show the halo ring like that. And watch. I'm going to do nothing. My AOD is going to turn off. And like that. I actually kind of like that. Kind of do one more thing too. So my screen is on. Yeah, it's only giving you an option to choose one thing. Okay, so if your screen is, if you're always on, screen is on, it's gonna go black. So, unless you want to have your AOD turned on. Let's see how much if we have our AOD turned off. So let's go ahead finish. Let's go ahead delete that. For a lock screen. Hold on 1 second, guys. There we go. Alright, so I set to the halo ring. Let's click close. I want CRT. Everything look good. Let's type in ring. And there we go. Set as wallpaper for lock screen. Right. Now let's see onto a double tap. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm actually gonna keep this. It's pretty sick and pretty unique. But if I double tap my screen, it's gonna CRT turn on, and it's gonna show me the halo ring, and then I Master Chief right there. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. I actually kind of like that. So I like that. I like that. So that is your Wonderland, your lock screen on wallpaper and stuff. Again, I highly recommend you give this a try. This is pretty cool. So, again, definitely mess around with this. You definitely have some fun like me, and you'll definitely have some laughs, and you can show your friends off of your cool wallpapers all to Wonderland. So that's the Wonderland plugin. Let's get on to our next one. Alright guys, next up we have NavStar. So NavStar is basically, let's just download this real quick. Let's read the synopsis. So for NavStar, it's going to be a navigation bar. So you can customize navigation bar icons with stickers. Add useful features button. Change the background color of navigation bar. Provides a navigation bar hiding feature. Then for the gesture mode, for like me, you can hide the background of the gesture handle. Adjust the length of the color gesture handles. You can provide quick app switching in the navigation bar of the Galaxy Fold through the show recent activated apps feature. I have a Galaxy Fold, I have an S25 Ultra in case you guys are wondering. And it's basically going to do that. I don't know why my background is got a little dark. You guys see there is light, but that is what NavStar is going to look like. So let's go ahead and tap that. And once we're there, welcome NavStar, so allow your permissions and stuff. Tap on. And there we go. So let's say we want to go to on. So if you want to customize your buttons, you gotta make sure your buttons toggled on, or else it's not gonna be able to do that. I have swipe gestures, so this gives me a whole area of view to look at. So let's go over to swipe gestures. So we have transparent hint. So I can make the navigation bar area transparent to make the content visible. So I go in and click this. It's gonna make this more transparent so I could see my stuff. So if I want it not to be transparent, I could toggle this on, or I could toggle it off, and there we go. I like it on so I could see where my thing is. So I could see where it is on my screen. Next we have allow back gesture in full screen. So basically, if I'm watching something in full screen content, if I click on this to allow back gesture, it's going to allow that action to appear by swiping backwards. That's not what I meant. It was by mistake. Enable extra gesture settings. Turning this option on will enable the swipe from the bottom gesture to certain settings in navigation bar settings. So if we go ahead and tap that, it's going to enable that. I don't know what that does. So we could change different colors of the arrow in the background for when we go into the back indicator, or you can reset. And we can also change our back gesture sensitivity. So right now mine is set to the third highest. Right now mine's kind of set to the third lowest setting over here for right and back. For gesture handle, you could customize the width of it. So if one yours to be extra long, you can have it like that. Or yours to be extra short, you can have it short like that. For me, I'm gonna kind of rock it like this. Makes it better. Also change transparency. So if I want it to be fully transparent, have it like this. Or if I want to know where my bar is at all times, I can have it like this. For me, I kind of like that. So it's still a little bit transparent, but it's not in the way. And again, if I mess something up, I could tap reset and everything's back to normal. But I have my navigation handle just a little bit more wider. I'm going to change the color as well. So if I want my handle to be blue, I could purple or blue. I can go ahead and do that. Gotta be red. I gotta be black. Or you could do the color spectrum as well and choose different sensitivity. I don't mind set to purple. But I will click done. Again, go to reset. I like my white. It is what it is. And there we go. There you go. Again, here's all your things you could do if you have your navigation buttons on your phone. So you can show or hide your button, customize the bar height. And I kind of like how these little icons right here. Like this one's kind of laughing at you, saying why you have it so small. The one's like, hey, you're pretty much right on. And this one's like, this is much better. So gives a little hint of what that's like. So that is NavStar. Again, I have swipe directions turned on, so this is all I can customize with that. So that does it for NavStar. Quick and easy. Nothing much you're missing out on. Let's get on to our next plugin. And let's take it on from there. Alright, next up we have QuickStar. So QuickStar is going to have us customize the status bar and the quick panels. So for this one, we can hide icons on the status bar, change the quick panel theme, sort by time of incoming notifications, add button grid options in quick panels, can have a wider or narrower, open quick panel by separating into left and the right, and that's pretty much all we can do. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm going to hit install, and we are in. So once we toggle this on, we can start our quick panel right here. So we can have Christmas, we have color of 2021, classic blue, solid wood, warm spring, or sweet candy. Or you could do my themes and customize your own way. So again, it's almost the same thing like the theme park, where you could change your different things with your quick panels. I'm not gonna do much of that, so let's go ahead and back that out. Visibility of indicator icons. So this is gonna basically change everything you see on your little top navigation bar right here. So if, let's say, if I want my mobile data signal to be off, I could toggle that on and won't be able to see it at all. But once you connect to 5G, so I can have that turned on. You could have on or off airplane mode. You could have your Wi-Fi on or off, battery icon, NFC, Bluetooth. So any quick panel settings that are on, they are showing up here. You can have it turned off, so it makes it a little more cleaner. But I personally suggest having these turned on, so you know which is being used, just in case someone is doing malicious things to your phone. So you have home screen, lock screen, and expanded panel mode, and there you go. Then of course right here it says before changing the visibility of icons, on if the condition is met, display it, Android default, off, it is always not displayed, so it's not gonna show it. So that's visibility of indicator icons. Next up we have the clock settings. So this little clock right here, I could actually change its position or completely hide it. So I can have it show the date. So it's going to say March 1st. I could have that turned off. I could show AM or PM. I can have that turned off. We can have it show the seconds. So I believe if I go over to my quick settings here, it's gonna actually show the seconds. So if you're I don't know what use case this is. I guess if you want to know how many seconds you have to your punch in or something, have this turned on. You can instantly do that from your lock screen. Like, I don't know why you need to have on your home screen too. Like, I don't get it personally. Like, all you gotta do is tap your clock icon right here, and you have your seconds show up on your lock screen. It makes no sense to me, but I don't know. You do you, I guess. Next up, we have position our clock, so we can have our clock go to the left, or to the right, or simply don't have a clock at all. I personally want to know what time is it at all times. That pun was not intended. So go ahead and click on left, and there we go. And again, it's going to give us the full list of things that it's going to do. So it's going to tell us it may overlap certain things, certain icons, or things may not work, or things may not function correctly. So definitely read this little blurb right here, and it'll tell you what is going to be, what will apply and what won't, what will and what won't apply. So that is your clock settings. Next up is apply color palette to more notification icons. So go ahead and tap on this. The color palette is going to apply to more than just home screen. So if I had a color palette set, it's going to apply to other notifications. Next, we have change quick setting home grid. So we can adjust the quick setting spacing. So we've toggled this on. We could change it to be wide or narrow. So let's see, you want things to be wide. If we go to our quick settings here, everything's going to be wide and it's going to leave gaps. Personally, I don't like that. Or if you want to be super narrow, you can have show more quick settings here. And again, things that have longer text is going to is going to be scrolling from left to right. So for me, I'll personally play around and see what works. Let's see. I'm gonna rock with this. This looks better for me. Adjust separated panel ratio. So you can set what ratio you want your panels to be. Mine default set to notification at 70%, quick setting set to 30. I'm not gonna mess with that, so I don't mess anything up. If we go in here, we could review the page or look at the creditors to the QuickStar extension there. So that does it for QuickStar. Again, real quick, really easy. Let's take over to our next extension. Next up, we have Edge Lighting Plus. So if you want to have more edge lighting effects on your phone screen, all you have to do is go to here, tap install, and get to go. So basically, remember this little blurb right here. Enjoy your own very own personal notifications. So you can have style by keyword. You can have different expressions. You can have it only used when the screen is turned off. Change images to app icons. Change app icon launch methods from notification pop-ups. Double tap to launch apps. Prevent swiping up or down. So that's actually kind of pretty cool. So let's go ahead and right into that. So let's head into Edge Lighting Plus right there. So in order for this to work, we have to toggle it on, and then we can hop through these settings here. So we could select custom style. So we have flowers coming in from the left side of the screen, all the way to the top right there very slowly. We have our star effect, which is going to be twinkling. We have our hearts. We have our popcorn, which is going to be in the bottom of the screen. We have our raindrops, which is going to be falling from the top of the phone screen to the bottom. We have a red alert icon, which is going to appear and expand. And we have a little cloud, which are just going to move slowly from left screen to the right screen and pop it like that. So you get set to that. For me, let's just do the popcorn. I kind of like that. So Again, notification appears like that. It's gonna come out of here, notification, and your effect is gonna appear at the bottom. But we also change the color as well, so we can have the color be yellow, like actual popcorn. And then we can choose different color presets here. So I'm gonna have my popcorn be yellow, like that. Go to advanced. We can have our select other shapes, or do not enter, or nothing. We're gonna stick with the popcorn, and we can choose a size. So for our popcorn to be very small, it's just like little dots. For our popcorn to be very large, we could tap large. That's very, very large. Let's go over to medium, like that. Next up, we can have our length of our effect, so we can have it be very short. We have medium length, or we can have it be a long length. So you can basically have this notification appear on and have it set for whatever length you want. Next over, we go to amount. We can have very few or many. If you want multiple popcorns appear on the bottom screen, you can do it like that. Or if you want it to magnify, you can have it like that. Or we have nothing at all, just tap on nothing but popcorn. Oh yeah, next up, rotation. So for rotation, we can have no rotation at all. We can have a weak rotation, it's just barely rotating. We can have medium rotation, have this rotate almost all the time. Or we can have a strong rotation, so it's gonna turn like that. So there you go. You have different size, your length of your popcorn, your amount you want, and your rotation. If you like what you see, tap on done, and there you go. So once you go after custom style, you can have it set by keyword. So if someone's texting you something really cool, and let's say someone special is texting you, and let's say want to say, "Hey, what's up?" or "I love you," or "Let's find a way to hook up," or something. You can set the keyword. So someone texts "Hi," I can add that. So I'll be So now if someone texts "Hi," it'll be that effect right there. And then you can add multiple ones if you want. I'm gonna tap on off, and then we have our content. So it's just going to you can have your keyword set to that. So I'm not going to have it set by any keywords. Instead of having the custom style, you can have it set to the image of the app. So if let's say someone's texting over on WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp will appear on my screen. If it's messages, the message app will appear on my screen with the popcorn effect. If someone's calling me, it'll be the call icon. If there's an emergency, the emergency icon appear popping up. You can have it set to a different app icon. And then this you can have only available when the screen's turned off. So if you doing something important on your main screen and you just want to have your effect appear on the lock screen or what's turned off, you could just tap on this, and therefore this will only work when the screen is turned off. So there you go. Next up, we have double tap to turn on apps. So if you toggle this on, and let's say your icon is showing, or that effect, you could double tap it, and it will go you straight to the app. So it's kind of useful there for jump straight into the notification right away. Prevent swipe down. So when this edge line effect is on, it prevents you from swiping downwards. So it'll just have you show the effect, and if you accidentally swipe down, it will deny that. Show bright on when off screen. So this will on the off screen the brightness will always be bright when receiving notifications. I won't have it that way because if you're reading this at night and your effect happens to show up, it's gonna be bright. So I've set this turn off. I only have it for the brightness of your phone. So there you go. That is Edge Lighting Plus. I have this turned off because I like my icons appearing normally on the top of my screen there. Well, actually, let's just turn it on. So enjoy the popcorn effect over there. And again, we go to app info. It's going to give us our credits to the creators. So that does for Edge Lighting Plus. Let's move on to our next module. Alright guys, before we get in, just a little test. If you got to this part of the video or you just tapped into this timestamp here, I want you guys to give this video a like and subscribe. I want to make sure you guys are constantly receiving your content. So, and make sure you guys are still awake. So, if you guys jumped to this part of this video, or you watch this whole video to this part right here, I want you guys to like and subscribe this video. Again, we're getting there. We're moving past by. We have more apps to go through, but some of these should be pretty easy to show off. So just to check you guys right there, make sure you guys aren't sleeping through. Alright, next up we have Nice Shot. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis. Delete button provided on screenshot toolbar. No copying of the captured image to the clipboard. Provides various selfie video options. Enable do not disturb during screen recording. So let's go ahead and install that. I think this is going to be pretty useful here because I can see this being extremely useful for me when I'm doing my screenshots. So disable crop snapping. So disable crop snapping when editing. Gas toggled on or off. Mine was off by default. Add the delete button. I'm definitely turning this on because just in case take a random screenshot. Like let's say we're gonna take a screenshot right now. By accident, be like, oh, I have that screenshot. Now continue to go to the trash can and image is deleted. I'm instantly turning this on because I take so many screenshots of things, or if I want to show someone a picture, or let's say if I'm in a menu and I take a screenshot of the app, just in case it goes away, I could just simply delete the screenshot immediately, and I don't have to go into the gallery, press the trash can, hit submit, and then it's in the trash can. I could instantly do it right then and there. So I'm definitely having this turned on. Personally, it's your preference. I think you should have this turned on too if you accidentally take screenshots on your phone. So I'm definitely having this toggled on. Next up, we have screen recorder. So for selfie video options, we can make the background color transparent. Toggle on this. We can have the selfie background auto detect the background color. Toggle that on or off. Select color to make transparent, so blue or green. I think green is mostly recent for backgrounds. And color detection sensitivity, you can have set to high, set to low or set to high. Mine is set to medium by default. And double selfie video size, you can have toggled on or off. Mine's toggled off by default. So I'm just gonna have everything turned off there, so don't miss anything there. And there you go. So that's your selfie video options. And if you don't want to be disturbed while you're doing a screen recording, you can definitely turn this on. However, you do have to enable this permission in the settings. So I'll go ahead and walk you through that. So all the way in Samsung Capture, we're going to toggle this on. Has set to not disturb. So now we have this on, and someone's let's you doing a screen recording where it shows someone about an important app on your phone. And instead of getting a message appear while you're doing a screen recording, now this won't have notifications appear or any calls or text messages show up while you're showing them the content on your screen. I think this is pretty nice, so I'm going to enable that. And there you go. That is Night Shot. You know, quick, easy, some cool stuff to check out. So let's go ahead and move on to our next module to install. Alright, we're moving on through. Next we have NotiStar. So NotiStar is going to be your notifications. So select apps to save notifications. Create a page where you can check notifications that contain or change the chosen keywords. Search notifications you need by keyword. You can quickly check your notification history through the shortcut icon on the lock screen. You can change your location and colors of the lock screen, shortcut icons, or configure period of storing notifications. So let's go ahead and tap that, and let's go ahead and explore. So let that install for a few minutes. Right, once it's done, tap on play. Again, we have to activate NotiStar, and there we go. Here's our list of things we can customize. So we have application list. So if you want applications to have different notifications, I have mine set to all apps so I can be notified at all times. We also add some different filters. So we can have a filter name, do keyword, and application list. So here you go if you want to add a filter. I'm using unlock screen. Open NotiStar unlock screen during the start icon. So this, let's demo it real quick. So here on the lock screen, if I want to swipe up for NotiStar, let's go ahead, do my pin, and then it's gonna show up my notifications on my screen. So if anything appeared that I want to know that notified me, I could swipe up from lock screen and I'm in here. So I don't know how much I'm gonna use that. So I'm going to why won't it let me? Okay, start. My NotiStar needs to find permissions, photos, and videos. Okay. Okay, settings. Okay, so in case you guys wondering, like me, how you get to NotiStar settings. If you go to your lock screen, it's going to show you your notification list there. If you do want to go back to let's take it back to lock screen. Let's say if you do want to let's say you do happen to accidentally trigger NotiStar and type in your lock screen your pattern. You could do that, and it's gonna take you directly to your notifications and be like, okay, I'll get back to NotiStar. If you go back, it's gonna take you to your home screen. For that, you just type the hamburger menu and go to settings, and you're back at NotiStar. So I'm gonna disable that, but we're gonna enable it for now for the video. We could choose a background color to be anything you want on swatches, or you could do it through the spectrum. You could have the start icon settings, so we can move it. We can move this little icon anywhere we want. So on the bottom left, I can have it on the in the middle of the screen, or go to the top right of course. So I can move this little icon wherever I want. I'll go change the color of it as well. Okay, it's set to white, black, purple, whatever these color options are. I'm gonna choose the transparency. So if I don't want to see it, I can have it on high. Or if I definitely want to see it, or not have it match with the lock screen, I can have it to low, and then we could save it. So for me, I'm gonna have that turned off after I'm done with this little module. And then we can have sync with the lock screen, so quick access is available when the lock is not set or unlocked by face or extend unlock, else launch NotiStar. So if those little settings are not set, you can have a sync to your lock screen. I'm gonna have this turned off, and then notification and storage period, you can have it set to no limit, a week, 30 days, 6 months to a year. Mine's currently set to 30 days. And then for labels for labs, set app unable to clear notifications. Go and tap on this. You can choose what apps you don't want to clear up notifications. And that's actually pretty much it. So I'm not going to actually use NotiStar. And there you go. See? NotiStar just told me that on YouTube there's a new video coming out. So now I know, okay, at this date, this notification showed up. So that's actually pretty cool. And I can also clear all, click yes, and it's not there anymore. So there you go. That is NotiStar. I'm not going to need as much, so I'm going to turn it off and not use. So that is NotiStar. Next up, let's take it over to Edge Touch. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and install Edge Touch. And meanwhile, while it's installing, let's read the synopsis. So this is going to allow us to prevent accidental edge touches, provide easy grip zone that does not recognize long presses, separate management of landscape mode for edge zones. So if you're the person that has like a phone with curved screens, and lets you use like a nice little slim case that's like thin, that doesn't cover on the whole phone like this, you do want to have this tapped on. So let's go ahead and take a little tour. Click on start, click on allow all. So for this, we can set our edge zones. So these are going to be our zones for edges. And of course, we can move these. We can have set to no zones, or we can have set to very thick zones. We can have set to low, to high, top of the screen, bottom of the screen. You could choose. So, and it's going to tell us the pixel size there. And of course, we could import different values there. So for now, I can have it as resets. This is our block zone I have for Edge Touch. And again, I could import screenshot, or I could reset it to default. So guys, there, if you import a screenshot, it's going to take it to gallery photos. I'm not going to do that so you guys can show it. But for next, we have our grip zone. So our grip zone is if you're holding on to your phone, and let's say your thumb or your finger is resting on your screen. This is going to have things not be touched. So if you're touching your phone, it's not going to trigger it. So again, you can adjust the height. Again, you can only adjust your length of it. So you can have your grip zone be more towards in the screen, or have none at all, or make a mistake, tap on reset, and again you can import your number of values there by pixels, and there you go. And next up, we have our block zone. So this is in landscape view. So if you're watching something and you have your phone like this, or taking a quick picture, you can have your block zone be thicker, or it could be thin. And again, you have to make a mistake, you can type on reset and import your screenshot. Next up, we have a grip zone for landscape view. Same thing. I already showed you guys that. And click on done. Edge zone name, you can type in your name if you want. And there you go. So let's go all the way to previous. Let's take it all the way back, and there we go. So we have optimize. We have sensitivity zone. So customize zone is selected to uninstall Edge Touch. Change its default settings back to optimize option for uninstalling the app. This is just telling us, okay, if you want to change your sensitivity zones, make sure you have set to optimize, and then you can uninstall. So tap OK. Next, we have insensitive. So it's telling us our customized zone is selective. Tap OK. And then for that, for insensitive, it's going to tell us how our zones are going to look like. So for insensitive, it's going to look this. For sensitive, it's going to be thin. And optimized, it's going to be thicker dead zones with bigger grip zones. And then tap here, there's your permissions. So nothing here for Edge Touch. Again, it's just basically telling you, okay, what areas of your phone do you want to be touched, and what things do you want to prevent accidental touches. Again, thinks this heavily applies to curved screen phones because I know curved screen phones can be a nuisance when you're holding it in one hand like this, and all of a sudden that little curve you touch accidentally triggers an app. So if you're having that problem, download Edge Touch and customize your edge zones, and you're good to go. And this actually applies to home screen as well. And again, in case you're wondering, there's nothing wrong with my phone. These are just my little zones right here. But I can also hide them. So I can hide my zones. It's right there, and it's back to normal. So again, if you guys are freaking out saying, Chris, what happened to your phone? Everything's working so fine. I just showed you my edge zones, so you guys could get a little look. And again, this applies to your home screen. Does it apply to your lock screen? Yes, it applies to your lock screen as well. So there you go. You don't have to worry about that. And again, if you don't like it, it's back to Edge Touch. We'll hide our edge zones, and we're good to go. Personally, my phone's flat screen, so I don't worry about tapping much of that stuff there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Edge Touch. So that does for Edge Touch. Let's go over to Nice Catch. Alright, so let's take over to Nice Catch. So this, if we go over here, checks the cost of unexplained actions on your device. So you can access the available items, vibration, ringer mode, call mode, toast pop-up, ad screens, screen on, settings changes, media volume, mutes, and other things. So if you want to know if you have your phone in your pocket vibrate for some reason, you can't find your notification screen, this is going to tell you, okay, what accessed what at what time. So let's go ahead and take you a tour. Let's click this on. We can have talk this on. It's going to tell us our sound history, our vibration history, ringer mode history, call mode history, media volume, muted history. It's going to tell you history for all different types of things. So if you want to know at what time and date your phone rang or something, or what vibrated, or what popped up on your screen, you go to this little section here. It's going to tell you everything from your sounds and vibrations to your screen, and to other things as well, and also setting changes as well. So if you want to know how your settings was changed last night or something, you got this toggled on, you would know that. So real quick, real easy, that's Nice Catch. It's just telling you what different things were accessed at what during time. That was basically really short. Let's take it over to One Hand Operation Plus. Alright, so for One Hand Operation Plus, let's go ahead and install and read the quick synopsis. To use the device easily with just one thumb, you can configure functions for gestures in horizontal, diagonally up, directly down directions, activate frequently used functions such as back, home, and recent apps frequently directly with gestures, change gesture handle locations, and app handles. So let's go ahead and tap play. So this is what it's going to look like. So if you're a person that uses your phone one hand all the time, it's going to give you little bars right here for what able to use the one hand. So if you're left-handed, right-handed, you're good to go. You have your advanced settings right here. So you have app exceptions, animation, S Pen gestures, fit to keyboard, landscape mode, quick panel, lock screen, and home mode. If you want to hide the handles of that, you could set the touch width. So if you want your width to be very small or very large, you could change that. If you want it to be small or do you want it to be large, you could change that as well. You can also change your handle color to whatever you want. And then again, if you made a mistake, you can reset your settings. And there you go. Tap it on, and there we go. So there's also one thing too as well. We can also add a handle as well. So this will add a handle on the top, on the bottom, and there you go. You can also delete your handles and then just have one, and there you go. And again, you make a mistake, you can always just reset all your settings, and this will toggle off your one-hand operation. So again, if you're using your phone with one hand all the time, definitely have this app installed and customize certain things you control with just your one hand. For me, let's just find right here. Again, I could have my one hand operation mode off if I want to, but I'm gonna leave it on off because with the S Pen, I could basically navigate the screen much better and easier and more precise too. So again, that's my personal preference. That's one hand operation, and that does it for that. Let's take it over to our next extension. Alright guys, second to last we have Routines Plus. So if you guys want to customize your routines, in my previous video that was the basic modes and routines app. This one you can actually go more in depth. So let's see how we can customize here with Routines Plus. Let's let it load. Then it's gonna have us click start, and there we go. So for Routines Plus, we can add advanced features to modes and routines so you can make more powerful routines. Check out the additional features and modes and routines. You can see them when you're building routines. So we have recommended routines here, location-based quick access, run a touch macro, or fingerprint to website. So if I do my fingerprint, it immediately takes me to website, or routine gallery. So we can discover, create routines made by other Galaxy users. That's actually kind of nice. So if I want to save a routine to the routine gallery, I can add that. So let's go ahead. So these are only routines we can add. So as well, not really much, but let's check out our other so unfortunately our routine gallery isn't supported in my country or region, which is unfortunate. But if you're able to see your routine gallery, let me know in the comment section down below. For me, I'm in the United States. I don't know why my routine gallery isn't showing. It's giving me this little error right here, so I don't know. But that's fingerprint to reset, run touch macro, or location-based quick access. Then we're going to have our tips, so we don't know what to do. We can do that. So, okay. So, let's go ahead and do a demo. So, go ahead. Let's go to plus. Then we go to if. Scroll all the way down. Then routines plus, we could do button actions. So, if I tap the volume up button, let's do button action. So, for the side key, and if I double press it, I could do the action. I have to launch an app or whatever. For me, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I guess the only thing you could do, and then you could determine what you want your routine to do. So that is Routines Plus. Again, if you want to add more advanced routines to your phone, you could do that as well. I'm gonna stick to a basic routine. If I feel like I want more, or actually I'll just enable it, so in case I want to explore more routines I can. But as of now, I think that's the only routine you can, which is the button actions. I don't know. So guess I'll turn it off for now. I have really no use for it. So again, really quick, that was Routines Plus. Let's get on to our last extension. Alright guys, so for our last extension, let's go head over to RegiStar. Let's go ahead and tap this. So for RegiStar, once it's downloading, we can reconfigure menu of the settings home screen, change the order, hide, manage groups, set a method of displaying Samsung account on the settings home screen, search settings, change history, change notification settings. We could activate features by tapping the back of the device, run features by long pressing the side key, run features by pressing the screen recording, by pressing strongly, and that is it. So, certain things like if you want to activate features by tapping the back of the device, it's only being unavailable on the Galaxy S and the Flip. However, if you want to press run features pressing the screen strongly, that's only going to be on the Galaxy Fold 4. I'm not sure if have a Z Fold 5 or 6 that'll work, but let's tap on plus and head over to RegiStar. So let load, continue, allow, and here are some options we can mess around with. So customize your settings home. So this is what my home screen looks like here. I like everything how it is. I could toggle things on or off. So, for example, if you don't want to have Galaxy yet toggled on, you can simply toggle it off. Or if we want it on, you can re-toggle it back on. And also you can move stuff around as well. So, I'm not going to mess with anything on that. I like it as is. And also, show the account's name. I can do the name or the nickname. Doesn't really matter to me. So that's your settings home. We could do setting change history. So my history of my settings being changed will show up on here. Almost like I forgot what it was. Things like RegiStar. We're on RegiStar. NotiStar. So it's kind of like that, where it shows notifications, but this is for your settings change. For your search options, tap on this. Display policy, you can have a menu order accuracy. Allow creation of a shortcut, you can toggle that on or off. And for hide tag suggestions, you can also tag that on or off. Next, for back tap action, so enable this. We can have an event detection to tell us, hey, you back tap your phone screen and it'll appear right here. Then for double tap, we could choose what we want, and from different actions or else by apps. For double tap and triple tap, we also have gates. So if our device is in power saving mode, this will not work. If let's say our phone's on low battery, it won't allow us to use the double tap feature. So that's just ways we can't do it. So go ahead and put my pen down. Actually, let's do double tap. Take and share screenshot. I don't want to do that. Let's do show notifications for double tap, and for triple tap, let's start pop-up window. So we're back to the home screen. So for double tap, what did I set for double tap? I kind of forgot. Third tap, show notifications. Okay, so double tapped, it showed notification screen there. I have none except for I have my notifications paused but do not disturb because I'm shooting a video, so you guys don't see anyone texting me or calling me. So it's gonna pause everything here. But if I triple tap, let's take it over to back tap action. If I triple tap, so this is a bit hard to show on camera. So this happens to pop-up windows, but what is? This is the Galaxy Store here. What can I do? What app can I do? Let's do Good Guardians. So if I double tap, let's show me notifications. If I triple tap, this app is spread pop-up window either. I don't know, ESPN. Let's do ESPN. So again, double tap. I don't know why it's not showing my notifications. Come on. There we go. So double tap. There's some notifications. If I triple tap, there we go. Now it's smaller in a pop-up window. So there you go. Don't cast. And there we go. So that is your back tap actions. If you guys want to do that, make sure you have it enabled. For me personally, I don't need anything as a double back tap action because just in case if I accidentally do it by accident, I have it turned off, or I could adjust my sensitivity. So for very low sensitivity, it's gonna take more with a high force, so it's like a boom boom. That'll have my that'll enable it. If I have a high sensitivity, it's just gonna take a little bit of a boop boop, and then it will trigger it. So mine was on medium, so it'll kind of medium sensitivity, a little bit of force, but not too much. So there you go. That's your back tap actions. Let's turn that off. Next we have side key press and hold actions. So if I go ahead and go to on, if I hold, press my side key currently right now. Right now, okay, let's take it back to home screen. If I were to okay, so currently my if I tap and hold my side key, it's currently set to none, but I could choose whatever I want. So if I access from Google Assistant, it's gonna do that. That's by default when you take it out of the box. If I could tap and hold this, turn on the flashlight, turn off or turn auto rotate, do live captions, mute or mute all volumes, show notifications, show recent apps, have as a back button, or open the app. You kind of really don't need this on or off unless you want to change it to something else. Personally, have it to be your Google Assistant or Gemini, and it's basically better overall. I'm gonna have a video on my favorite features used for Gemini on my Galaxy S25 because I think Gemini's integration with Samsung makes this device way more cool and way more powerful to use for doing a lot of actions. So again, guys, want to see that video, make sure guys leave a like and subscribe so you don't guys miss out on that. So that's side key press and hold actions, and that does it for RegiStar. And I believe let's go back. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I believe that's it. We did Nice Catch, One Hand Operation Plus, and Routines Plus. You know, there's different tabs too, so if you guys want to explore different, if you guys want to know where your tabs are at for different types of things, you guys can toggle through them as well. Of course, if you hover over on here, we go to our settings, good luck credits, and you can contact the good luck team and your permissions. And again, you kind of just scroll through and see what you want. But let's go back to gestures, turn that off. And there we go. Actually, let me just turn off RegiStar just in case. There we go. Alright, so that does it for your good luck. Everything in good luck. Every extension we explored. Again, there's gonna be make sure you guys support different timestamps in the description down below, so you guys can get a feel of what you want. So if you guys don't want to do your pen, make sure you go to the pen. Go to the pen timestamp there and check it out for Pentastic. Go and choose your wallpaper. You have theme park and you have Wonderland timestamps. Again, good luck is filled with a whole lot of customizations. Suites, and again, this is totally awesome. If I go to you, it's showing all my settings that are in effect, and then I can enable my favorites. So for example, Pentastic's my favorite, camera system my favorite, and let's do home up. So now we go back. Now favorites are going to show in that bar right there. But that's going to do it for Good Luck. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the bell for more videos like this. If I missed over something in Good Luck that you guys want featured, leave a comment down below and I'll scroll to the comments and answer the best I can. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for being a very long one, but this is very informative because Good Luck is a very, very great way to customizing your Galaxy smartphone the way you want it to be, instead of having to be right out of the box or boring wallpaper and boring sound effects. Because again, you can have everything from this little animation right here when I'm doing my swipe gesture. You could do your CRT effect when you turn on your phone. And again, you can have other stuff in as a custom theme as well. Definitely go check out again all the timestamps, description down below. But that's good for today, guys. Thank you guys for subscribing. Click the bell for more videos like this. Always have a like, comment, share, and follow me on social media for updates on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day and stay safe. This is Taylor Chris signing out. Peace.